You are running a business as a coach or expert and you know you need to be on YouTube. You tried a few videos, but no results that lead to revenue. Then this video is exactly for you. I just helped two systems experts, people who literally build efficiency for a living, go from working on a video for multiple days to strategic business growth in 30 days. Today I'm showing you the exact 5-phase framework I used, the real results they got, and how to test this without the typical hiring risk. Today's video is sponsored by Fiverr. They became my go-to every time I need an expert or professional for digital services. I'm going to prove you can build your own team of skilled freelancers to implement this system instead of risking having to commit to hiring full-time. They were kind enough to provide me with a budget to fulfill this project, so I had a challenge on my hands. You'll be surprised what I was able to achieve within the budget in the last 30 days. Go check out my link in the description for 10% off for first-time users of Fiverr so you can get started yourself. Let me introduce you to Kate and Nicholas, both system experts who've built their entire career around efficiency and optimization.
I help people with their online digital products, so getting them set up and selling to be able to scale and have more time to get out of office.
I started Scale in Peace to create and implement custom digital workspace. The idea behind is to help them to work more efficiently and collaborate more effectively with all the things that we can do online.
Here's what's fascinating. Both of these people make their living creating systems for businesses, right? But when it comes to YouTube,
I block out a whole day to create a video. I was trying to do one video a week, but that has just become too much for me. My whole business is about getting efficiency for people, right? And reducing their time. So for me, I don't feel like I've got the efficiency in place.
Here's what blew my mind. These aren't YouTube beginners struggling with basics. These are system experts who've built successful businesses, but YouTube has them completely stuck because they don't have the right framework. Let's talk about what this actually costs them. Not just time, but the real business opportunities.
A day can be $5,000 in my business, depending on who I'm working with.
If you spend half of your day on delivering value to your customer, like whatever your product is, it will be worth a lot of money.
So we're not talking about saving a few hours. We're talking about $5,000 days being consumed by inefficient YouTube processes. But there's the deeper problem that's costing them even more.
Knowing who could do it or who I need to do it, and is it multiple people? And also knowing what kind of budget I would need to have for that as well.
I feel like I need kind of like a team of people, I guess. And that's where the whole thing becomes complex because I don't know what to tell them to do. I don't know if they will understand. I don't know if I will be able to share exactly what I want to say or to do.
That's the real bottleneck. They know they need help, they can afford help, but they're paralyzed by not knowing where to start. How do you find the right people? How do you onboard them? What if you hire wrong? They're stuck doing everything themselves, burning $5,000 days on tasks that should be $50 or even $5. Wait and see. Now here's what I've learned after managing hundreds of YouTube projects. You can't hire out of chaos. You need the systems first, and then you can amplify with the right people. Now keep this in mind. We're not building virality. We're building a YouTube channel that impacts their business. The 5-phase Playstack systems. So this is our Playstack 5-phase framework, going from discovery all the way to optimization. We normally start with should you be on YouTube, but we're assuming that you're already doing that. And so now we want to get started. Instead of diving into creating their first video, I started by understanding the problems they solve and what their audience really needs. Phase 1, discovery and foundation. We want to start with a bunch of questions that you need to ask yourself. We want to do our research around market analysis and your competitor analysis. And then you want to dive deeper into your audience, really understanding who they are, what they do, also providing more context about you and your business so that we can align our goals with the end results we're looking for. This isn't just research, this is your competitive advantage. When you understand your audience better than your competitors do, every piece of content becomes a business asset. Phase 2, content architecture. So we're building style guides, how are we gonna look like, what is our templates and stuff are gonna look like, how do we optimize our channel, and then of course the big one is the YouTube strategy. And here we can really dive into like, what are the content pillars we want? What are the video ideas we want to work towards? This all eliminates that, what am I gonna make? What should I create content on? You'll have a content roadmap that directly feeds your business goals. For the purpose of this video, I took 2 topics to work with. Phase 3, production systems and templates. Here we have all the templates, all the briefs. We do our studio setup. With these briefs and templates, we can save so much time working with a team. And this is so important before going into hiring people and figuring out what you need them to do. This is where most people fail, that jump straight into hiring without the systems. These templates cut production time by 75%. Now here's where Fiverr becomes your go-to platform. Once you have these systems and templates, you need talented professionals who can execute these templates flawlessly. What amazed me about working with Kate and Nicholas was how easy it was to build our own team of freelancers to work with us on ongoing projects. Fiverr is a freelance marketplace with experts in video editing and graphic designers. Fiverr got it all. The key difference, instead of hoping these freelancers would figure out what we wanted, we gave them our proven templates and quality standards. Fiverr allowed us to not only extend our team with skilled professionals, but also focus on growing the business instead of managing just a whole bunch of chaos. Phase 4, production workflow. Here we can see what's really important and what we should be focusing on. We're going to use our YouTube strategy to get the first video ideas. We're going to provide all the context we have on that video idea plus the client context. So like, what is your business? Why are you qualified to talk about this? Like, who's your audience? What are your case studies? So on, so on, so on. Then we focus on our packaging, thumbnail, title, and hook, and then the script writer. We do the recording, we prepared for it, then we go into the video editing. We have another quality control, we do our uploading and optimization that is based on the packaging we did. We launch our video, and then we finally go into the final step, which is the content strategy feedback loop. Knowing where to allocate your time and resources for the biggest impact will change how you approach creating videos. Most of you are afraid of recording, while that is only such a small part of the whole video process and end result. Phase 5, content strategy. We do our analysis, and it could be from how has the video performed, but also what has it done for the business. Now, is it meeting any of our goals? Yes or no? We can then refine our strategy if needed. So go back to YouTube strategy, or if it scales, we just double down and we just do it again and we repeat the process. You know within 48 hours of a video if it's working or not, and then you can start optimizing and redoing titles and thumbnails. Once you have this foundation, hiring becomes so much easier. You're not asking freelancers to figure out your strategy, you're just asking them to execute a proven system.
When you say it, it's just like, go, take it. Amazing.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity for me to see what's possible as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes me actually feel someone with experience, of course, is going to give me answers of things that I've been trying to answer for the past 9 months, I guess.
Here's what most business owners mess this up completely. They either go cheap and get burned out, or they commit to expensive monthly contracts before they know what they actually need. If you have a smaller budget, that is totally fine. Just know that you will have to allocate more of your own time to delegate. That could mean, for example, more revisions, or you need to put more effort into your briefs. Instead of jumping straight into agencies or full-time hires, we use the systematic approach to test and validate the systems that we built first. Now, step 1 is the system validation. This is where Fiverr's quality and variation really works well. A lot of these freelancers have hundreds, if not thousands of projects behind their belt, and so they know what they're doing. So before I dive straight into ordering one of their services, I message them and I share the briefs with them. This allows me potentially to negotiate a different price, or I ask them exactly like, hey, do you understand this brief? Now, if then there's something not clear enough, they can get back to me and I can refine my brief, and at least we don't throw them in the dark. Step 2, role definition. Discover which tasks could be delegated effectively. Identify which skills were truly necessary versus nice to have. Test different collaboration styles and workflows. Build confidence in the remote team management. Because I like to things make harder for myself, I chose to make the videos for Nicholas and Kate that were a lot more complicated than your average talking head video. And in this case, I organized and wrote the scripts myself, and I chose to allocate that extra budget to better video editors and thumbnail designers. For video editing, I'm looking for someone that can charge by the minute because then I have more control, but also somebody that really understands YouTube editing. And I'm not talking about someone that is gonna over edit it because we're working with business channels. Let's maybe try YouTube video editing business. So let's go with this one for now. I know that the videos that I'm looking at are probably around 10 minutes. So I definitely want to look into up to 10 minutes running time for $50. What will film, drama, documentary, interviews, advanced motion graphics. Based out of what people I've been working with, he'll need 5 days, which is fair enough for a 10-minute running time. And we can even look at the reference here, which...
Hey guys, welcome to our farm. I wanted to show you what we're doing today.
It's basic editing. Maybe it's requested from the client. There was some graphics out there. If there's any other references... Okay, here looks something more technical. And the thing is, I'm not necessarily looking for something like that, but it's just, I know what their capabilities are. Step 3, skill development. Develop briefing and feedback skills. Learning to maintain quality standards and remotely build systems for managing multiple creative projects. Create scalable communication protocols. What I discovered is that Fiverr makes it possible to reach goals that you couldn't reach without access to this level of talent. Kate needed someone who understood Kajabi tutorials specifically. We found that exact expertise. Nicholas needed editors who could work with technical software demos. So you can find people who have the skills you don't have, so they can elevate your content rather than you having to put a lot more effort to achieve half of those results. And this isn't about replacing professional teams with cheap alternatives. This is about using strategic testing to build your management skills and validate the systems before making bigger commitments. Now the results, you can test everything for under $350 and probably less. Instead of committing to $3,000 plus monthly contracts, at least that is what I did for these 4 videos. I didn't spend more than $320. Even better now, Kate has a reliable team of Fiverr professionals she works with for the future projects. Her video editors understand her brand voice, her thumbnail designer knows her visual style. Fiverr became her go-to solution for scaling without the overheads of a full-time employee. The results actually came in way faster than I expected. Remember, we're looking to make an impact on the business, not necessarily going viral. So let's see what happened. First of all, there was a massive mindset shift from content to assets.
I used to consider videos as, a way to, let's say, show what I do, or, have a bit of visual way to explain what I do. But here, I think we've leveled up to creating assets for my business.
Some of Kate's numbers: before, she was spending at a minimum 8 hours per video. A whole day could be $5,000 in opportunities. Now she only spent 2 hours per video, turned the prospect into a #1 client in less than 24 hours. The key: she stopped trying to do everything and started following the system and delegating accordingly.
The client that gave me the great feedback yesterday, and within 24 hours, because of the work that I turned around really quick and then her seeing that video as well, like she's my #1 client lined up now. So but I think what I've seen more is the visibility, getting more visibility about what I do and what I teach, because a lot of people that already know me are just like Kajabi Kate, but actually seeing a little bit of depth behind what I know as well.
For Nicholas, his business impact: his website traffic increased in 30 days, new client inquiries doubled, content production time cut by 60%.
The onboarding thing, it's interesting because I've seen increase of traffic on my website as well, which was really low, to be fair. It's easy to detect, and I've seen things happening, like people contacting me more, more visibility,
efficiency transformation. How much time did you now spend per video, you think?
Oh, under 2 hours, definitely.
We're not measuring massive channel growth yet. That takes months. Within weeks, with only a few videos, we were getting actual business results and big mindset shifts for their future content creation. No more guesswork and a lot more confidence. They now see content as business results, not just videos. And before you can comment, "Hey Milan, these are just a handful of views, not much better than what they achieved by themselves before." And yes, you're right, but these views are like sitting in front of a room full of people that want to learn from you and potentially buy from you, and not just a handful of them, 100 of them. So imagine that, like a room full of potential customers in front of you. That is a little bit more intimidating, right? Isn't that much better than just talking to random people scrolling on YouTube that don't know what they're looking for? You're actually targeting people that are already looking for a solution. Also note that these videos grow over time, creating an impact indefinitely. And it's not about finding the perfect person immediately, it's about building your hiring and management skills progressively. First, learn the basics, understand the work, then test before scaling through hiring. From there, you can optimize. Don't try and optimize too soon. Your YouTube is a long-term game, and to understand what works and what doesn't, you need to gather data, and that is through repetition.
But if we take it from this perspective of saying, okay, actually it would be good if by the end of the year, you know, like all my customers, they come from YouTube and the rest is extra, yeah? And I don't even care about it, you know, but I just focus on producing good videos for YouTube.
I was like, oh, imagine a whole team taking that weight off my shoulders. Sounds lovely, you know, knowing and being able to see what they can do. For sure, yeah.
This is how smart business owners scale anything. They don't jump from zero to full teams. They learn, test, build systems, then scale based on what actually works. Let me tell you what Kate and Nicholas would tell other business owners that are exactly in their position.
It's the reason why I kicked back into YouTube this year. I can see where YouTube is helping others that are having success, and not just the way that, you know, TikTok is or whatever social media is. It's more like we say, that wider piece. It's not just about the followers, it's the education and the long form content, and that it sticks around as a search engine as well.
And no, I did not pay them to say any of these things. I might have done a favor by doing a few videos, but you get the point. If you're spending more than 4 hours per video and not seeing any business results, you need this and a system. Get the complete Playstack system framework, all of the templates and processes I used for Kate and Nicholas. This gives you the foundation that makes everything else possible. Then head to Fiverr with my link below, get 10% off your first project, and start building your team of talented professionals. The trust and velocity you'll experience will amaze you. You can have a video editor working on your project within hours and not even weeks or months. This isn't about finding the cheapest options, it's about leveraging Fiverr's quality and ease of use to build a sustainable content system that grows your business. The combination of proven systems plus access to specialized talent, that's how you turn your YouTube from a time drain into a business asset. Both links in the description. Start with the system, then build your team. I'll see you in the next video.